Today on Another Thing, how is business down the Jersey Shore, and just as importantly, how's the water quality? We'll tell you some of the best beaches to hit this summer with some hidden gems, and my commentary is on the latest police viral video. I'm Larry Menti. The 2015 summer season is officially underway at the Jersey Shore. So how are we doing so far, and what is the outlook for the rest of the summer and beyond? Kolodziej takes a trip down the shore for some answers. Ellen.
Well, 3 summers after Hurricane Sandy devastated parts of the Jersey Shore, experts say things are looking pretty good for 2015. And while some families are still struggling to rebuild, every boardwalk and every beach along the coast is open for business.
It's been a slow process. Our governor's done a great job, which we would never be where we are without the governor we have. And then here in Ocean City, we sort of took it upon ourselves, and we had a new group come in, OC&J Care, that we formed. We didn't wait for anybody. That's one thing Ocean City is all about. We take care of our own. We get back to business, and I'm very proud of that. We did great coming out of it. So we're lucky.
Coming out of Hurricane Sandy wasn't easy for most beach towns, but Mayor Jay Gillian says Ocean City bounced back faster than most. He should know. He runs the city and Gillian's Pier and knows all about how hard it is to keep any business running after a devastating storm.
Small businesses are having a tough time between all the taxes and all the regulations. I can't tell you the regulations we have on the amusement business, which is good because it's all about safety, but sometimes it gets a little too far. But no, look, things are going to be great here in Ocean City.
According to the governor's office, most beaches are in great shape too. Sandy washed away 14 million cubic yards of sand, but most of that has been replaced naturally or with renourishment projects. Tourism officials say the water quality is better than ever, and they can't help sounding like a commercial when they talk about the state of the shore.
Everything is back in order. Everything is better than it has been before. There's been new investment in the area, a lot of new restaurants. There's special package deals out there. I mean, it's just, come to the Jersey Shore, come to Cape May County. This is where you want to be for your summer vacation.
So researchers at Stockton University expect tourism everywhere to go up by about 5% except Atlantic City. And that's great news for folks here in Ocean City and at every point along the Jersey Shore. Reporting for Another Thing, I'm Kolodziej.
And here to talk much more about that is Cindy Zipf, the Executive Director of Clean Ocean Action, and Anthony Minick, who is the Marketing Director of the New Jersey Division of Travel and Tourism. Thank you both for being here. I really appreciate it. I do want to start off with Anthony, if we could, because we just started the summer season, and I know the figures are just starting to come in. How is the Jersey Shore doing?
I think the Jersey Shore is doing extremely well. Last weekend, obviously, we had great weather for Memorial Day weekend, and I sent my son out, believe it or not, to Wildwood to investigate. He said the boardwalk was packed, people were spending money, so we're real optimistic that the summer season started out really well.
I saw the numbers that came in from Atlantic City, and they said that they had their best Memorial Day weekend ever. Wow. And so I know 2014 was good. Does that give you an indication? I know weather is always a factor. Does that give you an indication of what the 2015 season is going to be like?
I believe 2015 is going to be a really great year. Our economists are projecting that we'll have an increase in visitation and revenues of about 3%. And like you said, the weather is extremely important to New Jersey tourism. But from what I'm hearing from all of our stakeholders and partners, that bookings are way ahead of the prior year. So I think it bodes well that New Jersey will have a great tourism season 2015.
And I want to get to the oceans in just one second, but one last question before we move on to the oceans, because they're so interconnected, I understand, and especially beyond 2015. But does this mean that for the businesses at least, I know not for all the homeowners, but you're not here to talk about that, Sandy is behind us?
I wouldn't say Sandy's behind us, but we are looking forward. I think last year is evidence with record tourism revenues that we have really made a rebound and that we're still, sensitive to the Sandy homeowners. We're so sensitive to some of the businesses that were impacted by Sandy. But I think that going forward, you'll continue to see us improve with our performance, with the tourism numbers, and you'll see the businesses, I think, be very happy with the results they're going to have going forward, recovering from Sandy.
Now let's move to the ocean, because it is really the centerpiece of everything. It is the #1 attraction. Forget just about everything else. Even the reason the businesses do well is because people want to come down and see the ocean.
They do.
Exactly.
Are we protecting it enough?
Well, I think we need to do more. We've come a long way. I mean, remember the 80s, the late 80s, we were the nation's laughingstock in terms of water pollution. We had medical waste washing up on our beaches, and we fought really hard. We were the ocean dumping capital of the world.
Forget Sandy. Coming back from that was immense.
Was hard, but we've come a long way, and we now have gone from sort of the nation's laughingstock in terms of water quality to one of the best water qualities in the nation. And so we've come a long way, but we're always facing threats. We're facing threats right now from offshore oil and gas drilling. We're facing threats from seismic testing. We're facing threats from liquefied natural gas facilities that want to be built on our coast. So we need to do more. We need to have stronger laws that prohibit these things from happening, because quite frankly, the Jersey Shore has one of the most spectacular ocean environments in the nation. We have the most biologically diverse for mammals. 32 mammals enjoy the waters off the Jersey Shore. 32 species of mammals, thousands of dolphins. Last year, I think one of the highlights was all the marine life that people saw, whales, breaching, and it was just extraordinary. And people, that's what, people love the ocean. They feel that spiritual bond. And and then, of course, there's all the marine life that fishermen also depend on, and the livelihoods of so many. That's all happens right at the summertime. It's the peak migration of all the marine life.
The quality of the ocean, the quality of the beaches, and the businesses are linked. I think so many times we think that it's economic concerns versus environmental concerns when they are definitely linked,
connected.
Which is why you're looking for a safe ocean zone. Explain what that is.
Well, the Clean Ocean Zone would prohibit any harmful activity taking place in the ocean off the Jersey Shore. So no oil and gas drilling, no seismic testing that could harm marine life, no industrial complexes, no fossil fuel activities at all, no new ocean dump sites. No permanent extraction of sand. We need those sand resources, to support our beaches. There have been proposals in the past to take the sand out permanently. Can you imagine if we lost those sand resources? Where would we be? So, that's the concept, and it would continue to allow, of course, fishing, boating, diving, swimming, and all those wonderful things that the economy depends on. And so that's the idea.
The economy along the Jersey Shore, but I would imagine, and so you'd be all for that.
Oh, definitely. Because again, anything that impacts tourism impacts the state of New Jersey. Again, it's a $42 billion industry, 130 miles of beaches, and we have to protect our beaches. There's no doubt about that.
However, you have some big forces that would be on the other side of that, including the oil industry, who wants to see if there is some oil offshore. And and that's probably, and correct me if I'm wrong, that's probably the biggest, I don't know if to call them an opponent, but the opponent of your idea.
Sure. Well, I think fossil fuels are definitely want to have total access to anywhere, anytime, to continue burning and obtaining fossil fuels. And I mean, connected to that, of course, is climate change and sea level rise. I mean, if we keep burning the fossil fuels, the sea level is gonna rise even faster. We also have something called ocean acidification. It's a big word, ocean acidification, which means that the ocean's pH is actually changing, which could affect all the clamming and animals, and it would be devastating, because it would basically be the demise of the ocean.
Let's get back to the clean ocean. What are the chances of that really happening?
Well, I think the power is in the people. So I think New Jersey can do a lot to bring it forward, and we're going to reach out to our elected officials in New Jersey to see if we can make it happen. Washington is a tough place to get anything done these days. But we in New Jersey have had a tremendous amount of progress, and I think if we can just keep pushing for it, it can happen.
What are we going to see this season in marketing of the Jersey Shore? Is there money being spent?
Definitely. What we've found is that most of our customers come from 3 states, New Jersey, New York, and Pennsylvania. So we target those states because those visitors seem to love New Jersey. They come year in and year out. So we're making sure that we have the message in front of them at all times that New Jersey is a great place to visit. And we expect that we're going to continue to see them. We have a lot of activity, believe it or not, from Canada. You know, the Canadians love New Jersey Shore.
Absolutely.
So we're certainly out there marketing to the Canadians as well. So our marketing strategy is to continue to market to the people who love our state, been loyal to our state, because that's the best way to approach it. They tell a story for us. We just keep reminding them that New Jersey is the place they need to be for their summer vacation.
You have a wonderful story to tell. So thank you so much. I appreciate you both being
Thank you
here.
so much,
Cindy Zipf, who is the Executive Director of Clean Ocean Action, and Anthony Minick as well, who is the Marketing Director for New Jersey Travel and Tourism. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Larry.
We're going to continue to talk about Jersey beaches and the best Jersey beaches, at least in central New Jersey. It's supposed to be the whole state, but it ended up being mostly central New Jersey, when we come right back.